What's up guys, I'm Ollie. I'm Ben's housemate and his jiu-jitsu coach, and I'm going to be sharing his YouTube channel for a little bit, and we're going to do some jiu-jitsu related content. So I'm going to be doing, on this first video, we're going to be doing a role narration, and in the future we're probably going to do some stuff like instructionals, maybe some day in the life kind of stuff. But yeah, any kind of thing you guys can think of that you would want to see from us in this video, leave a comment down below and I'll check it out and hopefully get around to making a video about it. I'm from Brighton, I'm a brown belt under Yusuf Nabi, and I've trained all over the world. I spent some time out in Austin, Texas training with John Danaher, and I've competed on Polaris previously on the main card. I've got another match on Polaris coming up very soon, which is still to be announced. I'm looking forward to doing some of these videos, showing you guys a bit of my life, what I'm doing, and hopefully sharing some jiu-jitsu with you guys and you can learn something from it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video, and here we go. All right guys, I'm gonna be doing a little breakdown today of my role with Mr. Mohamed Douglas. I'm going to give you a little insight into what I'm thinking when I'm rolling, as well as some of the techniques I did well, some of the techniques I didn't do well, and yeah, let's get into it. So, obviously most important part of the video here, me and Mo giving you a little gun show, fully natural athletes. So Mo pulls guard, I'm flanking out to the side, I'm controlling his shins, trying to create pressure from a north-south position. He's doing a good job of trying to find inside position with his feet. Let's just break down what happened there. So, when I'm in this position and I have this underhook, I could probably use this to start circling around to the other side and using that sort of leg drag position. But because his hips are so high up off the ground, it's going to be kind of difficult to do that because I need to push his other foot towards the ground, right? And I also wanted to work a little bit on chasing the back from when they go to leg entanglements. So I pull this arm out. There is also some danger there of an arm lock from him. And here you can see I'm pushing his calf towards the ground. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm trying to free my knee line so I can go for this next cool move where I'm rolling over the top. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is free my knee line. I'm reaching in the pocket of his hip there with my right hand, and then my right foot becomes a butterfly hook. Now he's doing a good job of keeping his back on the floor, so I switch to a wedging style back take, but Mo pummels his leg out and I concede top position. So from here he reaches round. I'm not going to stop the video too much guys, but I just want to go over this because it was a cool sequence. He reaches round to an octopus guard. From here I get head height and I reach to a crossface, and then from here my left hand's going to go to a grip on his far hip, and I'm going to roll over my shoulder and take the back. So it's a nice way to take the back when somebody is going for an octopus guard, because they're obviously also exposing their back even though they're trying to attack your back. I've seen this kind of stuff done by Ono Flanagan and also Lachlan Giles a little bit, so I stole it from them. So here, me and Mo have rolled together a lot, right? So he understands a lot of the stuff I'm trying to do to him, and he's very good at stopping it. But one thing I will say is, because he's using both of his hands to defend his neck, he's not really working towards an escape. The better way of working out of this position would probably be to secure your defensive hand in place and then start defending. But because Mo is such a pain in the ass to strangle from the back, you see here I'm switching off to the other side, to the underhook side, so I can go for this Kimura trap style attack. From here I switch to this position. So this is a position I use a lot. My friends call it the pussy web. I have no idea what it's actually called. I'm sure I didn't come up with this. I'm sure I've seen the Danaher guys use it a lot. But it's kind of like a T Kimura position. But because I'm on his back and my leg is all the way across his hips, it affords me the ability to stop him from turning into me like a lot better than a T Kimura. I'm not a big fan of the T Kimura. And then the other thing which is good, if you see my left knee is above his shoulder, it's harder for him to bridge over and get his back to the mat as well. So it's pretty good controlling position, and you can always switch back to the back. I'm actually going to be doing a little instructional series on this soon. but Mo's armbar defense is fucking good. So here we go. I get his arm fully locked out. I'm not bridging in crazy or anything. I'm trying to get a technical finish. But as he turns his arm away, I make a little mistake. So what I'm trying to do is, because his elbow is now pointing to my left, I'm trying to finish over my left hip. Problem is, I didn't keep my left knee, pointing towards the ceiling. And he manages to get out, okay? So now Mo manages to find his way in with his little leg into my legs. I'm just trying to free my knee. And I do so. Mo accepts bottom position. I get to top position and I'm in a sort of inside camping position. Tried to go for a knee cut there, but he had his top knee in place, creating space. So here he's doing a good job of controlling my hands. I decide to sort of abandon the inside camping and go for some more outside passing. I pass to one side, I go to the other. So here is something that I do quite a lot from the J-point position. Not my best execution of it, to be honest, but we'll go back. So when I get to a J-point position, obviously I can stay here for long periods of time and make him carry my weight and stuff like that. But if I ever see that knee, so the knee that I've got my hand on, if that ever comes past a certain point, I'm going to go for a knee cut, okay? The reason is I've already got my hand on the inside hip on the far side, so it's going to be very hard for him to bring his knee in to block my hip, his left knee. And from here it opens up a good opportunity for me to knee cut through. And now I'm inside control. Mo turns in, I spin to the back. What Mo's really good at is he's good at making positions that should be dominant for me just feel uncomfortable. He's very good at, you'll see in this role that there's not really many points other than this really where I'm just pinning him in a static position for any period of time. And because we've rolled together a lot, we get these interesting little exchanges. So now there's some back exposure, I go for the back, but I miss the hook. And because I don't have good control with my arms, he spins out and puts me in a cradle. So obviously, just to save my own embarrassment, I'm gonna skip forward. But basically we're just here for a little bit. So I'm gonna just go forward. So here, he's got me in an arming guillotine essentially, but I have a primary defensive hand in place and my head's in a position where it's gonna be very hard to finish. So I know I'm safe. It's just a matter of time until I can roll out. So as I roll out, I make sure I circle all the way through to the other side and I secure top position again. Mo lets go of it because he knows he doesn't really have anything from there. And I'm back on top. So again, Mo does a good job of sort of turning into me, getting to his knees, using octopus guard, and those things are good, but he also creates a degree of back exposure, which is what I'm capitalizing on. Now here, so as you can see mine and Mo's fucking dumb faces, but you can also see I have an underhook with my left arm and I have an overhook with my right arm. So what I'm doing with both of these points of control is I'm stopping him rotating to the left and I'm stopping him rotating to the right, okay? And also because my right hand is over the top of his shoulders, it makes it hard for him to bridge up. So those are his main directions of escape. And I'm trying to trap his arm, which I do successfully. Okay, so from here I'm threatening in a choke. I'm going to try and throw my top leg in. What I'm really trying to do here is control Mo's shoulders. My chest is connected to his back, which is what I want. I need to control him from rotating to the left and to the right. Right here I don't have a crazy amount of control. From here I rotate to the other side, still no hooks though. He's doing a good job of balling up and I abandon it and come up to top position. Okay, so that position, it doesn't look like the most controlling position, but if you know what grips to take from there, I've spent quite a lot of time in that kind of position. You should be able to maintain chest to back connection and either take the back or end up in top position. So here Mo's managed to get his knee back in. Again, I'm going to top position. I'm probably going to go for this like flying weasel knee cut. So let me break that down a little bit. So when I'm going for this knee cut, okay, so I'm going from position where I just have his far ankle controlled, I don't have an underhook or nothing, and he's in reverse De La Riva. I'm not going to try and pass the side control because I don't have an underhook, But what I do is I use this as an opportunity to get to north-south, and as you can see from here, I'm pulling him into me, I'm burying my head in the pocket of his hip, and I end up passing to the far side. So I go to knee on belly here, thinking about isolating his arm, but he's very strong. So I start turning his knees away. So now when I come to side control, he's not going to knee elbow escape. Okay, so here I transition to a Kimura, we'll look at that in a sec. And finally, I get the submission. So let's go back just a little bit. So I know Mo likes to turn into me, and what he's doing with his right arm is he's reaching to either a single leg or something to help him get up to his knees. So as he does that, there's a small gap, okay, a small gap for me to slither my right arm through. I connect my Kimura and I have a right butterfly hook which sends him over my head. Okay, I don't like the T Kimura position, as I said earlier, really. I don't think it's the best controlling position. So I generally will elect to get on top when I have this Kimura style control and start pulling him into a dorsal position and going for a Kimura. Very simple, but very effective. All right, guys, thanks for watching that video. Be sure to give me a follow on Instagram at OGWeb. I'll leave a link down in the description. Please leave a comment, like and subscribe so we can keep these videos going on and I can share more jiu-jitsu with you.